Yes, sir, it's a boy, Elzenitho. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. Today we are going to be looking at another powerful tool on Photoshop. It's called Liquify. Liquify is one amazing tool I use a lot, especially when I'm doing some photo manipulation. Very, very funny tool. So I'm going to show you how it goes. All right, so we are going to bring in a character, like an object or an element, anyone you call it. All right, so we're going to be working with this lady. I'm going to shrink her down a little bit. Then I'm going to rasterize the image. I'm going to just flip horizontally. Yeah, something like this. So what is Liquify Tool? Liquify Tool is just like the name implies, liquify. So it turns any part of an object into a liquid form such that you can then manipulate it like as if you are drawing a liquid. Okay, take for example, let's say my hand becomes liquid, right? Or it becomes like all this gummy form, right? So it will be very easy for me to just draw out my flesh, right? And so that's just the function of Liquify. It converts any part that is selected, it converts it to a liquid form of that part. So I mean, that's just theoretical explanation. So let me show you in practical what it does. So for example, we have this lady's hair, right? And let's say we want to use this lady's hair, we want to like make it so big and just enlarge it kind of. So what we can do is this: we can come down to filter and you would see Liquify, and the shortcut is Shift Control X. You can then click on Liquify. Now when you click on Liquify, you would see this box with different options. We have the first one here says forward warp to, the second one says reconstruct, the third one says smooth, the fourth one says twirl clockwise to, then we have poker, then we have blot, then we have push left, face free, like everything here. They are all amazing tools, right? But what we're interested in is this first one that is called forward warp to. And forward warp to is just like a tool that helps you to drag the part of an object. You just drag it out of the main object, just like as if you are stretching. Yeah, it's just like stretching, kind of. If you want to put it in literal terms, it's just like you're stretching something out. So I'm going to use this opportunity to explain both Liquify and blot, because I use blot a lot. So Liquify, when you select a particular part, oh sorry, I'm currently selecting poker. This Liquify, that's forward warp to. You can see this is just going to, I mean, it makes it very, it gives you opportunity to like create some very funny looking design. And I must tell you that yes, it automatically disfigures your image, right? But at the end of the day, it depends on what you want to use it to do. So in this situation, just watch what I want to do. I want to just bring it out here, just everything just come out, you know. So yeah, something like this. So that's basically, I mean, that's just basically what it does. It makes like a part of your design. It makes it look like liquid. And so it depends on what you want to actually use this to achieve, right? So for example, this particular thing, I want to like use it to show a very funny image of a lady having her hair full and everything flowing out of the background and stuff like that. Now that's the function of Liquify. But what's the function of poker and blot? Blot tool is a tool that helps you to add, in quotes, flesh. So for example, for someone that is slim and you want to add probably some flesh to the body, or probably to the bust or to the sides or stuff like that, you can use blot tool. So for example, let me show you what it does. If I click on blot tool, look at that cheek. If I just hit it once, you can see how it increases, like it adds more size to it. So for example, if I had more size here, it's just like, but you have to be very careful because it can be overdone. Now, the more you add to a particular size, other part of that side gets reduced, and that's where it gets complicated. So sometimes you don't want to use it for a very large area of the body. So what you want to probably use it for is like the lips. So for example, if I zoom in more into the lips, I can give her a fuller lip. So I'm going to reduce the size of this thing using my parenthesis. So you can just give her a fuller lips, just something for that. You can see that this part, some part there has been added also. Then why pucker is the opposite of bloat, and to reduce this as well, I'm just going to, so you see that it also reduces. So sometimes, those your celebrity females, those female celebrities that add some part of their body, you understand what I'm saying? So some of their designers, this is what they do. It's just that sometimes they're not always professional about it. They make it very, very visible. So, I mean, sometimes it can come out weird, but most times you see that it turns out very, very good. Yeah, so we have forward warp tool. That's everything is under Liquify Tool, right? We have forward warp tool, we have the tool clockwise, we have the pucker tool, we have the bloat tool. This reconstruction tool, let's see what it does. Exactly. No wonder I've not been using it. So smooth tool is smoothing stuff. It's just like smudge, but smoothing is a particular thing, just smoothing it out. Just like so. All right, and we are done. If you come down to this side, you would see that this also controls the face of the character. So for example, she's currently smiling, but not so much. So if I increase her smile, you can see that it becomes very weird. And if I reduce it, it looks like she's no longer smiling. So I like this like this. The upper lid, I can reduce it and I can increase it. So I'm going to just go in the middle. Lower lip, I can reduce it and I can increase it. No. So I'm just going to put it somewhere like exactly. And our nose height, I can also reduce that. Our width, nose width, is already becoming a different person. Our forehead, we can add more forehead because of our height. All right, our jawline, we can add more jawline. Okay, this looks better. The face width. So, I mean, you can try out several things here. It works perfectly well. Eyes distance. All right. So now that we are satisfied with what we want, you can just press OK. Then you see before and after. And so you can then shade, clip it to the character, and take your brush tool and just brush through this, just brush across like that. And when you're done, use either multiply or multiply, then reduce the opacity. All right. That's basically the power of Liquify Tool. You don't really need to use this in your photo manipulation, to be sincere, but in some cases, in some very rare cases, you would be needing it. For example, if you, let's say we have let me merge this. Let's just say, for example, we have this head cut off, right? let's duplicate this layer first. So let's say we have this head cut off like this. I mean, if you want to do a very funny photo manipulation, you can go to your Liquify. Let's say, okay, in an instance, right? Let's say you want to put this head on another body, but she doesn't have neck. So then you can use your forward wrap tool to produce a neck for her. So I mean, this is where I use, for example, if I'm using a character that, like I'm adding someone's head into another body's character, I can then use this. It's just like a sculpting tool. So it sculpts out a new neck for me, and I'm able to, I can then cut out all these parts, then use it as my neck, and press OK. You can see now she has a neck, and you can then cut out, you can just cut out this part that looks rough. Delete, right? And yeah, here we go. Very nice, funny looking manipulation. So yeah, I hope you've learned something today. If this resonates with you, if you're going to definitely try this in a next project, please give me a like, thumbs up, comments, share, subscribe. Anyways, I'm going to see you next time.